Luke chapter 7. Luke chapter 7. Now, when he concluded all his sayings in the hearing of the people, he entered Capernaum, and a certain centurion servant who was dear to him was sick and ready to die. So when he heard about Jesus, he sent elders of the Jews to him, pleading with him to come and heal his servant. And when they came to Jesus, they begged him earnestly, saying that the one for whom he should do this was deserving, for he loves our nation and has built us a synagogue. Let me stop there. This man, this centurion, the Bible talks about, he's not a Jew. He was a Gentile. And when Jesus came, he came to the Jews in the beginning. He was preaching to the Jews and was giving attention to the Jewish people, the children of Abraham. Amen. Amen. So if you are not a child of Abraham, they may not want to give you attention. Say, please go, you are a Gentile. So this man sent the elders of the Jewish people that they should go and tell Jesus that he needs help from him, that his servant is dying, that they need him to deliver his servant. Instead of the Jews to tell him, or instead of the Jews to tell the man, you are not a Jew. We cannot go and tell Jesus to come and help you because you are not a Jew. Instead, the men came to meet Jesus and told Jesus, you have to help this man because this man loves our nation and he built us a synagogue. The synagogue is a type of the church, the place where they gather for worship, just like we gather here. The man was not a Jew, was not part of the children of Abraham, but he used his money and built a synagogue for them where they worship. So they said, this man loves our nation and he built us a synagogue. So now that he needs help, you have to help him. So Jesus helped him. Because the other season that passed was the season of sowing, and the man sowed. Now a season now came that the man has need. Then God has to meet his need. Because the former season, he responded to it the way he's supposed to respond. Now in this present season, that it is God's time to now respond. God has to respond to him. So that's how times and seasons work. You may be here today, but tomorrow you will be there. You may be the one in charge today, but tomorrow the man you helped yesterday may be the one in charge, and he will have to bring you back to be in charge. You don't know what you're doing to yourself when you make yourself not to be useful in the hands of God. You don't know what you're doing to yourself. I tell you many times, if you are not into occultism and witchcraft, then commit yourself to God and make yourself useful to God in different ways. All of us cannot preach the gospel. Some of us are called to preach, so we preach. Some of us can only support the person preaching. Those days when I used to do street evangelism, I carried the megaphone, I preached everywhere. All around town, preaching up and down, enter buses, preach. I just go take my bath, go out, enter vehicle. For what reason? Just to preach. I'm not going anywhere. Preach from Oshodi, instead of Oshodi, from Obali, just enter bus, preach. Those long buses those days. Just preach. Preach from another one again, come back. And go and sit down at home. No other reason. Carry megaphone. Some of us are called to preach. Sometimes I enter those vehicles to preach. As I preach, when the conductor comes, somebody will say, don't pay. Somebody pays. The person believes in what I'm doing, so support. If not, we are not brothers. So you can't be right if you are not playing a part. You can't be right if everything you get is for your own consumption. You are off track. Everything cannot be for your own consumption. It can't be. He was not a Jew. But by what he did, they responded to him. It was the Jews that was even begging on his behalf that you must give him this thing. Now let me tell you something about relationship. The centurion servant was not his son. He was a servant. Why is he so concerned about his servant that he has to go to look for Jesus to come and help him? After all, if he dies, he's not his son. He's a servant. But the Bible says the servant was dear to him. Why was he dear? Respectful. He served with loyalty. Some people don't know the meaning of being loyal. How to be reliable. Some people will stab you at the back. Some people will connive with those who have become your enemies to slander you. Some people will stay around you, carry information about you, and give them to your enemies. Those who hate you, they will be taking information of you and giving to those who hate you. They will ridicule you, but they are around you. They are the best friends of your enemies. But they play and act around you as if they are your friends. So some people don't know what you call loyalty. How to be loyal. How to be dependable. How to be reliable. How to be trustworthy. That you say, no, this person is reliable. You can't do that to me. Some people don't know how to do it. You stay around your husband, stay around your wife, you stay around your church, stay around your boss, stay around your teachers, stay around your colleagues. And you're not a loyal person. You're not someone who is loyal. You have a big problem. Very, very big problem. God does not reward eye service. People who do eye service have a problem. Who you do so that people will say, he's doing. You are trying to please people. You have to be loyal from the depth of your heart. You have to be someone that is reliable, that is trustworthy. Real, not faking it. You have to be real. We are not born with all these things. We learn them. As we follow God, we learn them. We start readjusting. We start realizing, this kind of life where I believe is not good. You start readjusting and becoming a better person. So Christ is molding you. Some of you will be in the ministry that you can never be blessed. Instead of you to leave that ministry and go and join the ministry where you can be blessed, you will just be there. You don't like the pastor, you gossip him, you backbite him, you embarrass him, you slander him, you still stay under his ministry. How will you be blessed? Instead of you to leave that ministry because you don't have honor for that man, you don't have genuine respect for that man, his words will not bless you. His prayers is not going to help you. You leave. Stay with a man that you can respect, that you honor. A man that you can look at, if he gives you counsel, you take. Not a man you slander. Not a man you make ridicule of. Not a man you gossip. His ministry will not help you. And then you remain there, wasting. There's no blessing in the church of God. Who told you? It's you. There's no lawyer. The man said, come and help my servant. What was a servant? Those days, those servants were slaves. Like you hear that Joseph was serving a man, he says, he was a slave. They buy them. They are their properties. If they die, it doesn't pain them. They buy another servant. But he said it was dear to him. So he was a very faithful servant. These are some of the things people don't know about relationship. You'll be following somebody who will sell you to your enemy, will sell you off, negotiate your deal like Judas. Sold his master to his enemies and collected money, only to be realizing later that this money is hot money, you can't use it. So beloved, let me not overspeak. The world rotates like this every day, so you have to be following it as it is rotating. If you are not following it like that, if you climb up with ladder, then you kick the ladder off, how will you come down? Or you'll be living up. You put the ladder and climb up. Now, this ladder should get out. I don't need it anymore. Then how are you going to come down? Because you have reached up. That's the life some people live. When you needed that ladder, you got it and then you climbed up. You will still need it later. Because you are not going to be staying up. You will still need it later. So you will need to still treat the ladder well. So that as you are coming down, it will still cooperate with you to bring you down so you don't break leg or fall down and die. Some of us have an attitude. Come on, no need them again. Keep it up. Only for your life to be stranded later. You will not know that it is a lifestyle that you have been building for years that is now paying you back. Some things happen in our lives. Their repercussion does not come immediately. It is later in life it will start coming. These things we did. I want to talk again.